What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life Till Metal. It's time for part 2 in my rock metal haul. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life Till Metal. It is time for a rock metal update. That's right, part 2 of the Rock and Metal Haul from Atlanta, Georgia. Visiting Steve, Harmless Rebel, Steve Bodine, friend of mine. I've been friends with him for years. He does videos on YouTube. Please check out his channel. But I showed you the 12-inch vinyl that I picked up there. Now I'm going to show you the 7-inch vinyl, as well as, I forgot to show this in the first one, but when we went to go see Raven, the opening band was this band called Heretica. They had nothing for sale. I mean, I would have probably bought stuff to support them. But as I was leaving, the guitar player actually recognized my videos. I guess he's been watching them. So really cool to meet him. And he handed me this demo. So I'm looking forward to spinning this one in my car. It is a 4-song demo. Guitar player's name is Logan. I don't know their music very well. It's the first time I'd ever seen them or heard of them when I was at the show. But they played kind of a commercial style of heavy metal. They played a cover of Kiss and a cover of Cinderella, Save Me, I believe it was. And they were really, well rehearsed and really good band. So I enjoyed it. But looking forward to checking out their demo. And thanks for hooking me up with that. Like I said, Raven, in the last video, Raven were great. If you get a chance to see them live, check them out because they're highly worth seeing. Also picked up the Black Sabbath Paranoid Super Deluxe CD box set. This was actually a gift from Steve, and I'm probably going to do a separate video and show this thing off in a separate video because it's a really nice set and it just needs to be viewed by itself. Besides the fact that I've got a ton of 7-inch here that I'm going to show. Alright, so let's get into these 7-inch vinyl real quick. First one is New Wave of Traditional Heavy Metal from Iron Curtain. This is their 4-song EP, the Outlaw EP. This thing, all these singles I paid very little for. I mean, many of them were $2, $3, and $4. This one might have been $5. Literally, I found all this stuff in record stores for very inexpensive prices, and was really happy to find a lot of this stuff. Some of it's stuff I already had, then I picked up upgrade copies, which I'll show you shortly, but some of it I didn't have at all. So this is a great band. Iron Curtain. If you like New Wave Traditional Heavy Metal, really well done. Standard traditional heavy metal, big hooks, great guitar solos, really, solid vocals. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, these first top 1, 2, 3 are all upgrade copies from stuff I already had, but this is Lina Ford with Ozzy Osbourne, Close My Eyes Forever, backed with Under the Gun. Super clean copy. Again, I think this was like $2, which is unheard of. I'm surprised that I was able to find it for that much. Too Hot to Handle, classic UFO from the 70s on the Chrysalis label. This is a red vinyl copy of the classic track, backed with Electric Phase. So what's that, 74, 75, somewhere in that area? Canadian hard rock from April Wine. This is probably one of their most well-known tracks. But this is Sign of the Gypsy Queen, backed with Crash and Burn from Nature of the Beast, one of their best albums. Of course, anything 70s up into Nature of the Beast from April Wine I enjoy. Now, this next band, I collect their stuff, but I especially like the stuff that's previous to this album. But I didn't own this one, so I grabbed it. It was inexpensive. So this is Midnight Maniac, backed with Ready to Rock. And really good condition. A little bit of if you look at the very top of the record up here, you can see it's a little crunched, but other than that, this thing is in fantastic shape. And again, I think it was only $2 or $3, so score. Alright, excuse me, my nose is driving me crazy. Allergies. Alright. This was a great one I found. I couldn't believe I found this in there. Again, really inexpensive. This is a German pressing, I believe, maybe a UK pressing, of Cry for the Nations, back to Armed and Ready Live, Michael Schenker group, 1980, 81, somewhere in that area. Yeah, glad to have that. I mean, when I saw that, I just snatched it up immediately. Mine. So, really cool to find from out in Atlanta, Georgia. I've never owned this single, and I love this record, and I love this band. I showed one of their a bootleg in the last video. This is Man in the Corner from Abacab from Genesis. People consider Abacab to be like a pop record, but it's really not. I mean, the song Abacab itself is like a 7-minute progressive song. Even still, it was a hit. Man on the Corner was another hit from it. This also has a song called Submarine on the B-side, which was not a non-album track. It's kind of a shorter instrumental song. I believe it's a Tony Banks composition. Cool to have. I may have heard it in the past. I don't remember. I think it might be on the box set, but I hadn't heard it in a long time. So regardless, this was a cool score. Obviously, the original picture sleeve, U.S. pressing. This is a London pressing of Rolling Stones, Get Off of My Cloud, and the original London sleeve. Again, really expensive and great shape, so I had to grab it. Not a huge Stones fan, but I do like that song, and trying to decide if I'm going to keep it in my collection or if I'm going to send it off to a friend of mine who's a big collector of Rolling Stone stuff. And he's actually, my friend lives in Austria, and so U.S. pressings are more rare there than obviously they are here where I live. So this one was, again, like $2, but this is promo copy of Talk Talk in the original Warner reprise sleeve, stereo and mono mix on there. Talk Talk from Alice Cooper. This next one falls into the category of this cover would never fly now. Never. But this is Take Me by Grand Funk Railroad, backed with Genevieve. And as you can see, that cover would just not fly these days. But nice to find a picture sleeve version of any Grand Funk. I don't usually ever run across Grand Funk stuff with picture sleeves, 7-inch singles that is. Then this next one I never run across ever. You never see singles from this guy. This is also a promo in the original record company sleeve, but this is Satisfy Your Soul with Rock and Roll from Mahogany Rush. Frank Marino, obviously. Canadian guitar legend. One of those guys I'd love to meet. Progressive band. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is Brain Salad Surgery. Backed with Still You Turn Me On. With the Geiger artwork cover. Always love that cover art. I always manage to find Aerosmith stuff, and I have other versions of this, but this is a radio promo stereo mono pressing of Sweet Emotion. Radio promos of stereo mono of Walk This Way. And a radio stereo promo version of Joe Perry Project, Let the Music Do the Talking. So all three of those I found at the same store. Those are probably the most expensive ones that I purchased out of all these, and even those were, you know, $5 or $6 each. But I couldn't leave them behind. They're Aerosmith, and even though I have, you know, 40 Aerosmith singles, they didn't have those. And they do have the original sleeves. I do have another version of the Joe Perry Project, Let the Music Do the Talking, but this radio promo was cool. And then one more, I did manage to score a back-to-back hits version, Geffen Records. Dude Looks Like a Lady, backed with Angel. Yeah, I probably have like 10 versions of Dude Looks Like a Lady single, but this is a special back-to-back hits single. Okay, my apologies, technical difficulty there. My memory card ran a room, so right in the middle of the video, I should have checked that before I started it, but never said I was a professional, just a fan. So, alright, where I left off was on Grim Reaper. This is a flexi for Don't... I keep wanting to say Don't Fear the Reaper. Ugh, it's not. See You in Hell. New wave of British heavy metal band, Ebony Records in the UK, and they signed to RCA Records here, toured the United States, did really well for themselves back then. But I found 3 mint copies of this. I mean, actually, just never played. Look and sound fantastic. I bought all 3 of them because they were literally $3 each, and I have 2 friends who wanted them, so they're already gone, the other 2, and this one will be staying in my collection. So, yeah, $3, great deal. Grim Reaper, See You in Hell. See you in hell, my friend. I won't see you there, sorry, I'm not heading that way. Anyhow, next up, this is a Record Store Day single that I skipped over. It was just too expensive at the time, and I wasn't interested in paying $17 or $18 for this single, but found this one for $4. You can see the price tag still on it. This is Prong. This is Turnover and Revenge Best Served Cold. Haven't popped this open, but I will be soon. Listening to this one. This one was really inexpensive, and I just grabbed it because I just happen to like this band. It's not my favorite work from them, but this is Kansas. This is more of their 80s AOR style stuff. As you can see, there's the back cover of it. But All I Wanted, backed with We're Not Alone Anymore. Again, I like Kansas, but I tend to like the 70s proggy stuff better than I do the 80s stuff. But still good stuff. It's just not something I listen to as often. And Johnny Alfonte on vocals, the guy has got a voice, man. The guy can sing. But anyhow, great band, Kansas. Picture sleeve single for that. Another band I collect anything by, and I was surprised to find these in. We dug through mountains, I mean tons of 7-inch singles. We even went through boxes that were not out for display at one of these record stores, and I found stuff that I was really happy to find. This is a single for Kind of Like Love, Molly Hatchet, from No Guts, No Glory. I didn't even realize there was a single for this one, so really cool to find that. I think it's a stereo. Let's see, Demonstration Not For Sale, if I'm not mistaken. One side stereo and one side is mono. Nope, it's just the same song on both sides, both in stereo. Still cool to find any kind of Molly Hatchet. I'm always interested in finding Molly Hatchet singles. And likewise, this is Satisfied Man, backed with Straight Shooter from Molly Hatchet in original Epic record sleeve. 1973, 74. This is America by Yes, backed with Total Mass Retain in the original Atlantic Records sleeve. Ain't Complaining from Status Quo. This is actually one Steve gave me. This is, I believe, a UK pressing. This one I picked up at one of the record stores out there. This is also Status Quo. This is Wild Side of Life and All Through the... Is it All Through the Night? Yeah, All Through the Night in the original phonogram sleeves. This is also a German pressing, or this is a UK pressing. And two more, and then we're done. I promise. This is Ann Wilson. And this is The Best Man in the World. Now, this is a two songs. Side A is The Best Man in the World, and it's just a hard rock song with Ann's superb, phenomenal vocals. Man, this girl can sing. Obviously looking very young there. Now, the B-side is a instrumental song called the same thing. Now, side A is like kind of a hard rock song, sounds like 80s Heart, which I also do like. But the B-side is kind of like this orchestration ballad-like thing. Like I said, though, same name in the song, it just says instrumental. So The Best Man in the World instrumental and The Best Man in the World vocals. So two different songs from Ann Wilson. And then finally, this is Superstitious by Europe. Picture sleeve. Again, this is really inexpensive, so I picked it up. Any 80s heavy metal and hard rock, I'll grab it if it's inexpensive and has a picture sleeve. Backed up with let's see, Lights and Shadows. I'm trying to remember what album this is from. I think it's from Out of the World, or yeah, I think this is from Out of the World. So there you go. That's my 7-inch haul from Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks again, Steve, for letting me stay with you, for hanging. I had a great time. Appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Leave comments below. I always try and respond to everybody. Appreciate it. God bless. Stay strong.